Just leave the music to us.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Back again, episode 5 of the podcast. I'm joined by an eclectic group. You know what I'm saying? First off, we got my boy Howie.
What's going on? You know, that's it. What's going on?
All right, good. We got DTV.
What's up?
Pop, and last but not least, we got my boy Kasson.
Yo, what's going on, man? It be like that, I guess, you know.
It really do. Very often. All right. And today a little different. Not much really happened this week, except for Resident Evil.
But first, before we get to that, let me ask Mondo first, only, and then we get to that. All right? Mondo, how have you been doing?
Why you asking me this right now?
Howie.
I'm asking you so it gets you out the way.
Howie, we don't start off with that though.
Man, bro, why you making this difficult?
We should keep this.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna answer the question because it was presented to me. I've been doing pretty well.
I'm gonna ask you again.
That second wave of income tax hit me recently. Helped out a lot. Niggas is still broke. Don't get it twisted. Still waiting for this Trump fund to kick in.
It's not coming.
No cap.
That nigga lied, bro. It's not coming, son. I ain't gonna lie.
So that's how I've been feeling. But yeah, back into this Resident Evil. Since you asked me a question, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you first.
All right.
How do you feel about Resident Evil 3?
Resident Evil 3. Fucking Resident Evil 3. I feel like
You turn the
I
book
don't
up.
wait for this game and it's ass. No, it's not. It's a really good Resident Evil. Like, it's good. I don't have a problem with it, but a lot of people, if the
Spit it out with a lag.
the viewers who are watching, like, keep up with that shit, keep up with shit like that, and see that the reviews for the game, then like don't really believe those reviews like that. I mean, yeah, there's truth to what they're saying, but the game ain't that bad. Like, ain't that bad. The game is not bad at all. Like, it may not. If you're a Resident Evil fan and you play this game, you're most likely gonna enjoy it. Or you're gonna be the other side that like, oh, it's just an action game, which it's not Resident Evil 6. And that's all I gotta say on that. But everything was great about it. Like, I fucking love Jill. I fucking love Carlos more than Jill though, because that motherfucker, like, that nigga surprised me. Like, he shone like a ray of sunlight in the game.
Yeah, he was
You know?
way better. Definitely one of the most improved characters from the original Resident Evil 3.
Resident Evil. You care to input your thoughts on what I'm saying, Mondo?
No, I was saying that I agree with you that Carlos is
Scumbag.
probably one of the most improved characters from the original. And I was really happy. Every time I saw him on screen, I was excited because I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going to happen next to this character? And I want to see more of this character. And I hope that they have him later on.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Like, I that was the biggest thing that, not the biggest thing, but it was a big thing that caught my eye by this game is just the characterization of these characters. Like, that sounds redundant, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Jill, like, it's so badass how from the get go you see that she's like the very okay. The spoiler tag on this fucking shit. All right, first of all, because like we talking about spoilers, right? Like, we're not holding back.
Yeah, no, we talking about spoilers.
Okay, so
You
like.
should just put that before everything.
If
Isn't
Yeah,
it like a
flash
12-year-old game? How is that
flash
spoiled?
warning?
Well, there are
a remake.
changes in the remake. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there
That's
are
why.
changes. They took out some areas, and they mixed up like the areas. Like, instead of going to the clock tower, they took out the clock tower from Resident Evil 3, which is where Carlos originally brings Jill to. And in original one, Carlos is he goes to the hospital without taking Jill there. In remake, he just takes Jill to the hospital, and then the whole time there's that whole section playing the hospital, which is one of my favorite parts in the game because it's like a mix between like horror and like action, and that's fucking. It does it so good. Like, it does it better than Resident Evil 4. I feel like. And I'm not saying Resident Evil 4 is better. It is, you know, is the better game when it comes to that. But like, Like that shit is, or sorry, vice versa. I'm not saying Resident Evil 3 is better than Resident Evil 4 in that aspect, but like there's a lot of comparisons I can make to that game. Not like Resident Evil 6, that fucking running and sprinting shit. Like like that shit is garbage.
Best in the series.
What else? Back to the original thought. I like how like from the moment the very first moments of the game, you're experiencing a nightmare, Jill's nightmare, which is her turning into a zombie basically. And like that's so cool because it's like you're seeing the effects of the mansion incident from everything from Resident 1 is affected the shit out of her. Like she has a whole, if you explore the apartment, you see a bunch of pills on the fucking her desk. She's popping, like you see that like she's like kind of, if y'all fuck with Sunny in Philadelphia, he's fucking Charlie looking for Pepe Sylvia, that motherfucker don't exist. But like it's just cool like how they depict these characters in the game. Like they feel fleshed out. Despite what everyone says, to me, Resident Evil 3 is a good game. Now Resistance, I can't put my thoughts on that.
That's another story, but hold on. DTV, how'd you feel about Resident Evil 3?
As someone that does not give a shit about the Resident Evil franchise, that was pretty good.
And you said that this was the first Resident Evil that you actually beat.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I didn't spend 10 hours backtracking.
Wait, you even beat it with Number Man in it?
What?
Yes.
Nemesis.
He said Number Man.
Number Man.
Yeah, because Nemesis isn't like a roaming threat that just keeps pushing you back into other rooms. He pops up. True. You're like, oh shit, there's a bad motherfucker. Let me get out of here. Or let me defeat him, basically put him in a down state, and then continue on.
The thing I like the most about Nemesis is he was always behind you. He was never, I mean, he could jump in front of you if you got past him, but for the most part, he was always pushing you in the right direction. Like if you were to run away from him, or at least I felt, you'd be always going to your next objective. Whereas with Mr. X, he was just always chasing you, roaming around, and they would purposely put him in a room like in front of you, or if you needed something in there important, he would be in that important room. Nemesis wasn't like that. I mean, Nemesis was a lot more deadly than Mr. X, though.
That's what I liked about it.
Like he was always behind you, but like I feel like that's because you don't want to really fight that motherfucker, like Like in the harder difficulties, if you get hit like once or twice by that nigga, he's done. Like if you don't got your dodges on point, in
the harder difficulties, he moves faster.
Yeah, I know. He's speed walking towards your ass. Like
it's crazy. I was playing Inferno and it looked like it was moving at like 2 times speed.
You got the 2 times speed.
Yeah.
Walking with his hips like he's on a treadmill.
Yes, it was fast.
He's hula hooping his way towards you without a hula hoop.
Was it when did you have any gripes with the game?
Nothing really. Nothing really that I'd probably, if I did, it'd be just more nitpicking than anything else. But I think my biggest problem was I don't think it should have been a full price game.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. Like the
because
game
of the cut content.
A lot of well, not the cut content. It's a short ass game.
It's a lack of content.
Yeah.
So it's a short game with lack of content, and I feel like they just put Resistance in to make it $60.
They definitely did. I can definitely agree with that. Resident Evil 3 by itself is probably worth like $40 or $30.
And like them Canadian dollars, they ain't good.
That color money.
Yeah.
So I'm out here paying $80 for a game.
That color money.
I beat within less than 5 hours.
Do you plan on playing it again?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because I don't see a point. I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it enough to after beating it. I didn't feel like I wanted to go back and replay the thrilling moments.
With this, I feel like I'm going more so back to it and I'm more energetic than Resident Evil 2 remake. Now that being said, I love Resident Evil 2 remake. It's still fucking great. But this game is there's something about it. Like people were complaining about how it's a little, just really quickly. One of the things that people I did see people complain about, and I kind of agree, is I don't like how Nemesis was mostly regulated to like to linear points. Like like when you had to run in that situation. Like it was
It's
cool.
a very linear game overall, though.
Yeah, like I kind of like I feel like the balance of it was good. There was points where you had to move forward, and I feel like that there's no reason like they don't want you to explore this area for long. They just want you to do this and you go on. But there are areas where it's like, okay, they want you to explore this area a little bit more, and that's cool. But I just feel like in those areas where you're downtown, I feel like downtown should be fleshed out just a little bit more, because I feel like we should have had more like Nemesis areas where that nigga's constantly chasing us and like diving and dodging like in the fucking web slinging across in the buildings and then like surprising, because like that beginning part of Nemesis, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably like the only time I was scared of that nigga, next to when he was chasing you through the subway and up until his evolution, like when he turns into a fucking like sea dog, where the fuck he does.
Yeah.
I thought those were weird.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
look,
I
it's a
thought it was
slug.
pretty cool. Like I really like that boss fight the first time you fight him, not the second time where you have to fucking you get stunned like 20,000 times. I feel like they should have just fleshed out Nemesis a little bit more in those areas, because like to be honest, every time I've seen Nemesis on screen, most of the time I wasn't scared. I was like, this nigga's so fucking cool, bro. Like
He's like, wow.
like, he looks so raw. From the first time when he picks up Jill and like he slams her on the ground and he stomps on her and then he like hits her with that right hook. This nigga's like he's not built like obviously like a normal zombie or even a fucking normal tyrant. Like
Yeah.
like he's carrying himself like he's like like he got some sense, but he don't. He just know what the fuck he want. He want this bitch's head, like.
They said Nemesis. They explained why he's different from other tyrants in the game.
The other parasite.
Yeah, the other tyrants are modified chemically, but he is modified through a parasite, which allows him to. That's why he has those tentacles and fucking.
That's why he seems more autonomous, like the way he moves and shit like that. He doesn't seem more as like rigid as like the other tyrants,
Yeah,
like,
a lot smarter.
He's smart and he moves like fluid. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like when he first, like you see that when he fucking deflects that missile from this nigga Carlos, and he just looks at it like, what the fuck, and then he just looks back at him and just tosses that shit to the side, and he's like, bro, like
he knew what that was.
Yeah.
I still got noise.
Like Nemesis is so cool in this game, but like that being said, there were some moments that scared the shit out of me. Like I said, I was walking from the power station. I looked at that one wall, like that looks like a spot this nigga jump at, yo. Like
he popped out right after.
Yeah, he stood right, just facing me. Like he didn't even like stumble. He just like broke through. He walked through that bitch and then stood right in front of you. Like, okay, what you gonna do now? That was scary. Cause like from then on, like if you go forward and like depending if you decide to like open up an extra path, like he'll jump in that direction or that direction. And it's like I feel like there should have been more moments like that, because it's not like Resident Evil 2, you don't have a dodge button, but you have a dodge button,
Yeah.
So like I don't know. That's just my gripe with it. I feel like they should have fleshed out Nemesis a little bit more in those open areas.
How do
you feel about the game?
Oh, I'm glad you asked this one. I think that the game is really good overall, and my honest opinion, my only problem with the game is kind of what DTV was saying, is that it's not worth $60. I wish that there was a package that offered you Resident Evil 3 by itself for like $40, and then a bundle package with Resident Evil 3 and Resistance for $60, and I think nobody would have been upset about that. It's just, it would have give everybody an opportunity to pay what they want for the game. That being said, I think Nemesis was great. I've heard some people complain that there's not enough Nemesis in the game, and I disagree.
That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like,
so you think there should be? I felt like Nemesis was in the game enough.
Like I said, yeah, go ahead.
I do also agree that like the only time I was really scared of Nemesis was when he was in his first form, and I think that was my favorite time with Nemesis. Once he evolved, he was pretty much just boss fights. Like you never had to be afraid of him just popping up out of nowhere anymore. and that kind of took some of the fear away from him.
That's when he started changing forms in like a slug and weird dog thing, and running around in circles, which I like that first fight with him, like when he's in the circle.
Cool.
But it felt like a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a boss fight. It's definitely like a video game boss fight going on right now.
It was sick. The game that like I agree though, like with them, like Nemesis was in the, or with you. I agree that Nemesis was in the game enough, but I just like I said, I just feel like there should have been more like, oh, like this nigga's stalking, like following you and stalking you in these areas, so you gotta watch your ass moments, you know? Like that's only at the I feel like that's only at the beginning of the game, and then everything else after that is literally just like.
So you're expecting more of a Mr. X effect.
Yeah, but with Nemesis, because like I said, think about it. Like you have a dodge button, so like it's not like X before. Like you can perfect dodge around this motherfucker. You can get that shit right. Like you know, like
yeah,
it's different from Resident Evil 2. So I feel like they should just flesh him out a little bit more because in that aspect. But I don't know if they heard people like just complaining about X, so they didn't have those type of moments. They just regulated him to. Oh, you gotta run from me in this moment. This nigga has a rocket launch. You better dip, duck, and dive in this moment. You know. And,
I don't think that. I think it's just more so about the length of the game. I think if the game was longer, then we probably would have seen more of Form 1 Nemesis. But because the game was as short as it was, they kind of have to spread them out in a certain way, and you know the evolution has to happen at some point. So.
But that just sucks. When you look at OG Resident Evil 3, there's so many more moments you literally have to like run from this nigga. Like he'll pop up out of like it's not just moments where you have to choose to fight him or not. Like you know, there's literally moments where he pops up and you have to run. You know.
Yeah. One thing that I love the most about the game is I think this is probably the best fucking acting I've seen in a Resident Evil game.
Hell yeah.
And I love like all the characters, fucking Nikolai. Yo, rest in peace to my nigga Tyrell's hairline though. They didn't have to do him like that. That shit is awful, man.
He's Tyrell, his hairline, but not the nigga that actually, you know, sacrificed himself for shit. Like, you know, like.
Nah, man. I don't know what happened to his barber or like if he was like
got into a fight. He got zombified.
Yeah, in the middle of getting a haircut, nigga, because that shit is awful.
Okay. I was half expecting him to turn
into
like
a zombie,
to be a bad guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get why you say that. I think in the original he actually does like betray Carlos or something like that, but in this game, I guess they wanted to turn it around and make. Like
I thought it was gonna, you know, the doctor you have to find in the hospital as Carlos.
Yeah,
I was half expect like you find him and he's been shot or whatever. I was expecting what's his face to kill him. Tyrell. I thought he was the one that killed him. Because they played him off as a villain, or as he's hiding something.
Yeah, they did.
In the original Resident Evil 3, how that it didn't go down that way. I think it went down where Carlos went in looking for the vaccine or something like that. I don't think he was, or I don't think Nathaniel Barr was in the third game. I think that was a whole new character they put into this.
Maybe.
Into remake. Like I don't remember, but I do remember that when he went in, Nikolai was like, it was supposed to be Nikolai. Like they were supposed to catch Nikolai, and he was supposed to like be ready to blow up that shit like right there and then, and then he does it, and then that's when Jill or basically that whole hospital section was supposed to be different, but they. Being a remake / reimagining, they had to mix in a bunch of different. They had to mix and match different things so they can. I don't know, make it better. I guess. Like I don't know, bro. That's just one. I guess that's one of my gripes I have with the game.
I don't know. I felt like the pace of the game was really good. Obviously, it's not very long, but
nitpicking. Like DTV said, I'm just nitpicking. Like, yeah. I really love the game.
The relationship between Jill and Carlos, the way that developed was really fun and exciting to watch. You can feel the fucking tension.
Oh, they won't fuck.
Yeah, like you felt that. I was like, man, me getting this helicopter real quick. Oh, what's gonna happen when it lands?
It's like Jill really attracted to this man right now, bro. He's about to jump his bones mid-flight.
I also feel like this is the most we've seen of Jill. In all the other games, Jill was kind of like stoic and you don't really get much personality or much like anything from her. Really, you just know that she's a badass.
Like in the original Resident Evil remake, like you play as her, but you're not hearing her thoughts and her talking and shit, like her reactions to stuff. I mean, just in a cutscene. I get you. Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah, and this game, like, it feels like you get to hear her get upset, you get to hear her like make jokes, be wise. Like, you get to see a full spectrum of a character.
Like she's a badass. Like they made her a badass. Like for real. Like,
you can tell that she bout it because every time she like saw Nemesis after like the first encounter, she always moved like towards him. Like when it's about to get in a fight, like when she knew that okay, I can't run from this. Like yeah, I can like take this nigga down. I'm gonna fight this nigga. Like one like really good example of that is when they were in the train and she saw that he destroyed like all the civilians. Her first reaction was to run towards him, and Mikhail like had to stop her and say like, no, we have to like get away. But fuck, I love that Jill is about it.
That's understandable. She literally just killed like all the survivors. I mean, Nemesis literally just killed all the survivors in that train, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's a tough world.
Like, it was a cold world.
Understandable. She was mad as fuck. So like, she didn't care if she was gonna die or not.
Yeah, she was just wanted to go press that nigga.
They was in his way. He had to remove him.
She about to get hentai though if he did.
Oh yeah, them tentacles real quick.
Yeah.
The hidden kill thingy animation.
Yeah, no, he was just gonna kill her if he went to her.
No. Remember you talking about the hidden kill animation where he like takes her and he fucking tentacleizes her with the face and shit?
Oh yeah.
And somebody did the free camera.
I think that only happens because I haven't seen it and I haven't like actually got Nemesis to a small ass part. To a small ass area and close it where he actually activated that shit. Because it's a legit like noticeable animation. Like you hear it and he sticks his hand up and he just walks with you with his hand behind him. Like if he grabs you, you're done.
Yeah, there's no. Oh, that's one thing I want to talk about. There are no defensive items in this game. Instead, you have to mash or hold a button in order to get like a zombie off you.
All right, yeah. That's one of my gripes. The actual like problems with the game is the zombies wouldn't just fucking swing at you. So if they did anything to you, they would only grab you and it'd break up the flow of the gameplay, I thought.
Yeah, you think the zombies needed just a regular attack?
Maybe some of them grab you or grab you once in a while, but all they do is grab you. So if you get if a zombie hurts you in any way, shape, or form, it's through a grab and it immediately stops the game.
Which the funny thing is, DTV, we're gonna talk about resistance in a second. But I'd
rather not.
In resistance, even when the mastermind is not controlling a zombie, zombies won't always grab you. Zombies will just do like a slash and stuff like that.
I know.
So
what do you even do nothing? Because they're dumb. It's dumb AI.
Yeah, but that shows you that they could have. They already animated regular attacks.
It in there.
Yeah, for zombies. I don't know why they didn't just use it.
I feel like animation-wise, they kind of like went back a little bit. There's a lot of zombies that have the same death animation, like on the floor and like when they're crawling or like just standing. And it's like, I feel like in Resident Evil 2 remake, they actually had like different more animations for the zombies.
The difference is, and this is something from a technical aspect, because there are more zombies in Resident Evil 3, and there's some more stuff going on. They had to make certain sacrifices. And one of the sacrifices they made in Resident Evil 2 Remake, when you killed the zombie, the reason why you would see a unique animation is because the zombies would ragdoll after you killed them. There'd be a different animation every time you killed them. But for Resident Evil 3, they just made a certain static animation so that you only see like, you know, 1 of 3 or 4 different death animations for zombies.
They still could have done that in this game, no problem.
Also, the limbs. In Resident Evil 2 Remake, if you shoot a limb, you'll see it like hang off their arm, or you'll see it like their leg like come off. In this game, if you shoot a limb, it just explodes and it just disappears. I guess to save resources in the game.
Ugh, that's so not. I'm not a fan of that, bro. Like, I'm a very observant person when it comes to that, so I notice these things and it's little shit like that be getting me.
I feel like it didn't take away from my experience at all.
But it's like, it just, I don't know, to me it feels like the effort like I said, the same thing with Resident Evil 2. I feel like you can tell like where the effort went and then where they kind of just like, like And I feel like I don't know. I feel like they just focused on the characters and the story in the game, which is it's fine. Like like this is a great Resident Evil, like but like just little things like that. But it's not like DTV says, it's nitpicky.
Yeah, I feel like they focus on everything but replayability. To be honest, they made a short and sweet Resident Evil experience, and they have the shop in the game where you can complete challenges and earn points. But honestly, unless you're a Resident Evil fan or a speedrunner, I don't see you replaying the game again.
That is the only reason why I'm playing it.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason, because that's like I enjoy the game, so I'm gonna play the game. Like I'm like I get 6 hours. It's a 6-hour game. I'm getting my fucking $60 worth.
Like I'm more upset of the price than the actual length of it. Like I don't mind. Like I don't think every game needs to be 100-hour fucking experience or whatever. To me, it's short. Like I liked it a lot because it was short to the point, kind of in and out. You got what you needed. They didn't pad it out with a bunch of extra crap. That I felt that was a problem with Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
It just you were in and out. It felt. You said it was a couple of days in game. I couldn't tell, but it felt like just it was a fucking bad night. And yeah, and I like that. I just, if they didn't have Resident Evil Resistance, it could have been $40 game, $50 game, whatever, and would have been good.
I think that would have been perfect if they had it like that. It's either a bundle or just 3 by itself. That would have been perfect.
Because the Resistance mode is exactly the same as the beta. It feels the same. Just they added 2 new survivors and 3 new masterminds. I don't know how many maps because I probably played about. I think I played about 10 matches.
Yeah.
And I only got 3 maps out of those 10 matches.
I think that's well. Okay, let's talk about Resistance now. I think that there are only 3 maps total in the game. Because when I was playing with Howie, I felt the same way. I only played 3 different maps. There's the one in the casino, then there's one in this like lab with like these lifts or whatever, and then there's the one from the beta. So I think it's just those three maps, and that's it in the game. But which side do you have more fun playing, DTV, Survivor or Mastermind?
Mastermind. I didn't play Survivor at all in the full game.
Wow.
To be honest, Survivors, there's no difference in the beta. Like, it's really like it's the same shit. Just run forward. As soon as the match starts, run forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. And you got giant icons on your screen telling you what to do and where to go, so it's not that difficult.
But I mean, there is there's some difficulty. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a mid mode if you're playing with stupid players. But when it's a really good mastermind, and they're like, it's fun. And you know what you're people that are competent. And unlike the people like yesterday, them fucking idiots that you was playing with Mondo.
Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. I feel like they need to make some changes to the mode, because honestly, I feel like survivors are way too strong right now. If you have a team of, they don't even need to be good survivors. If you have a team of survivors that just knows what needs to be done, then the survivors will almost never lose. All you have to do is rush, like Howie said, get the objectives, and just stick together. Not even like all 4 of you guys, but just you can split up in 2 teams of 2 and protect each other, and like you guys will never go down. Or if you do go down, you have completed the previous objective so fast that you have so much time to make up for like a team wipe.
Yeah. Howie got heard me getting mad one night because I was playing it in it's a second room of the beta of the map from the beta.
Yeah.
And like the second area, and there's a safe room right next to the last door.
And they could just chill in there.
I spawned in as Mr. X. 3 of them hid in there, and the one guy that I killed, he respawned and he was able to do all the things that were needed. So if I chased him, those 3 would have got out and done whatever they needed. But or I just stay and keep them inside there, then the other guy could do what he wanted. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why they would put a door right there at the end. To me, there should just be one door, in and out.
And that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The mastermind, you have to be a really good mastermind and hope that you're going against people who aren't that good, or if they are good, like, you have to play extremely well in order to win. Just to slow them down, even. Like, it's really hard. And certain team comps, it feels impossible. Like, if you got the hacker, Tyrone, and then the healer, the 4th character is interchangeable. It doesn't really fucking matter what the 4th character is. Yeah. But if you have those 3, then
Valerie, Tyrone,
and I forget what the hacker, January, I think her name is.
Yeah.
If you have those 3 characters, then it feels sometimes like impossible.
January's cooldown on her skill is fast as fuck.
It is. You could just instantly just hack a camera. Like, okay, you can't look at this room now. And then you got Tyrone popping his defense buff, so even if they are getting attacked, they're not taking much damage. And then Valerie got the heals, and her heal can actually revive someone instantly.
And they added a new effect feature, if you want to call it that, to where if you're using a camera and they shoot it, it'll freeze your camera slightly. So like, if say you're trying to rotate it, if they shoot it, it'll just pause it for a quick second.
Well, I didn't even know that. Wow.
So just shooting affects them up. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good to know. I've been playing a little bit. I think I played 3 matches of Survivor with Howie. We won 2 of those matches. One of those, yeah, the only one we lost is because we literally had somebody who was not playing. That's the only reason we lost. The other 2 is like, the first one was against a good mastermind. He delayed us a lot. But the third one was against an alright mastermind. Like, he wasn't really that good. He didn't really know what he was doing. But the first one, and we also had survivors that knew what they were doing. So we got good survivors and a good mastermind, and we won. And we had so much time left by the time we won.
Yeah, you either just straight up lose. If you're a survivor, you just lose because of time, or it felt like whenever you won with like 5 minutes to spare.
Going from
like you just blew it out.
Coming from other like when I say other Resident Evil games, I mean other games, Resident Evil games that have these extra modes like mercenaries and shit like that. I feel like there's even like strats you can use to keep the time up, because most like in mercenaries and shit like that, one of the biggest things is keep your combo going while also like trying to increase your time, because like you gotta move around and shit in that mode, right? You have to balance, find the right balance between that, because if not, you're gonna get fucked and lose your combo, and then your time is gonna go down and all that. I think there's a lot of shit that you can like that from mercenaries that you can apply to resistance like that. Like you'd have one per like Valerie and somebody else just like looking for the pieces, because Valerie can spot those pieces very easily because of her ability, her R1 ability, whatever those are called in the game.
Yeah.
While you got other people just farming, just like killing whatever the fuck this nigga spawns and shit, you know, like just to keep the time up. Like I'm starting to understand, like I'm starting to think and like put 2 and 2 together in this game, and like how like high level would be, like maybe. So like there's a lot of potential to this game, but that's if they just go about it the right way. Like that's what I'm saying. Resistance can be really good if they go about it the right way.
One thing I really hope is that they still continue to support Resident Evil 3. Like, I really hope that they have DLC for Resident Evil 3, but I don't think that they are, because I just think that they're going to keep on supporting Resistance instead. And that would kind of suck, but I understand it, because Resistance is the multiplayer mode, and it's the one that needs to be supported in order for people to keep playing it. But I still hope we have some kind of DLC for Resident Evil 3.
Well, what do you think about Resident Evil 3, huh?
It's on?
Huh? What happened?
What do you think about Resident Evil 3?
When I played in the beta, it's pretty good. I wouldn't buy it.
You wouldn't buy it?
I don't play those every game, so you know, that's not for me.
That's true.
It seems pretty cool though. Like the fear factor in it, the backtracking and shit. It's pretty good, but like, that's just not my type of game. So,
if it was on sale, would you buy it? If it was on sale for like $30, would you buy it?
It's not my type of game, so I wouldn't buy it.
Oh, so you wouldn't buy it if it was $1?
Oh, sir.
You know,
What if they give me $1?
If they gave me $1 to get to play it or buy it.
You know, apparently Nemesis is a Frenchman. He's from Europe.
That's why it was a fedora.
He doesn't wear anything on his head. What you talking about?
Oh shit, that's Mr. X.
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely don't play these games.
You bugging. Hey, but Kasson, you know what?
What?
How are you, bro? How you doing? How you been?
I'm good. I get to stay home. You know, I don't gotta work. I'm not working right now, so that's good.
Is that leave like indefinite?
Yeah, everybody. It's because it's to split the people up. So everybody works for a week, and then you stay home for a week. It's different. It's split up into different groups. You know what I mean?
Okay, so when does your group go back to work then?
Next week. This Sunday coming up, I go back.
So you off? I know you happy as fuck, man. You off?
Yeah.
You got a little vacation.
I get to actually, play my game and shit. Cause when you work midday, you don't really get to play games.
You're midday.
You come home, that's it. You gotta go to sleep.
You make it sound like you're gonna play all the backlog of games you have, but you're just gonna play Smite and Dauntless.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing Smite.
You gonna be
I've
nothing.
been on Dauntless for like 3 days now. This game is very fun. I have no content to play in it, so I got like a chance to grind up. Although the grinding is very annoying. I'm gonna say that. In Dauntless. There's a lot of times where you don't get, you have to get materials to craft these certain things to upgrade your things. So they don't give you a lot of materials. So you have to go back and play these modes over and over and over a lot of times.
Yeah, it's just like boss fight the game, isn't it? You just play the same
Pretty much
boss fights. They just have different elements.
It's basically Monster Hunter.
Yeah, and it's depending on the one you pick, it's more challenging.
There's no minions in Monster Hunter?
Yeah, there's certain monsters that spawn like little ads, and you have to kill those ads to damage the monster. Or like this one monster is called Borealis. And he's like an ice monster, and he'll spawn these little flying bat shits, and you have to kill those to actually do damage, to get rid of his ice shield. Cause he'll do an ice shield where you can't build meter against him. It's a lot to the game. It's there's weapons that have meter, and your meter is used for your special. And if Borealis has ice armor the whole time, he takes 15 damage or 20 damage. It's a little bit.
Like a very intricate system.
It is.
I played that a little bit, not for very long when it came out. For free.
I like it. Yeah, it's for free. That's a bonus.
So DTV,
money.
how you been, bro?
I'm losing my mind in here. Yo, my sleep schedule is fucked.
Mine too.
That's surprising.
I go to bed at 6.
I know.
I'm about to say, your sleep schedule is fucked up when you go to sleep when Kasson joined the party. That's how you know it's fucked up.
You really be doing that?
No.
What
Well,
time you going to sleep?
I don't know, past a week or two, it's been 3 o'clock.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's not that bad, man.
I go to sleep 5 or 6.
For someone that used to go to sleep early to wake up at 5 o'clock, yes.
Yeah, well, that's because you gotta work. You ain't gotta work.
I know. That's what boy.
Maybe you should get up and go for a walk or something. Go stretch.
Shut up. You ain't walking or stretching.
How do you know I ain't walking?
In his car, his shitty ass car.
Son, are you walking or stretching?
I'm stretching. I ain't walking. No,
You're not stretching.
How often?
How often do I stretch? Depends on if I want to or not.
Yo, this guy's such a bitch.
Yeah, what stretches are you doing, Kasson?
I got stretches from my back.
Kasson's out here doing lunges in the fucking box he's in right now.
You got leg warmers on too, Kasson? You doing?
Like I ain't doing Pilates.
Turned on the music and everything. On the 80s, them 80s,
80s Pilates.
80s exercise shows.
I ain't doing that shit.
Uh,
Just like regular fucking stretches. Push
So-
it back. Shit, you know.
What about you, Howie? How you been?
Shit. I've been going through a little bit, but you know, ain't nothing but a thing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing but chicken wing, you know, like I eat that shit, you know? But like it's going good for me now.
all right.
It's going good for me now, you know? Things are okay. I know home front a little bit, you know, I've been communicating with said person that give me problems, and everything's good and going good now so far. I just gotta uphold my end of things, you know. I've been working a little bit more, you know. I was actually working today, but like I made up some bullshit ass excuse because that nigga was
Idiot.
So, like-
This guy's stupid.
I know.
Nah, it's not even like that, bro. Like,
Hey, stupid. Stupid.
bro, he got me at his house, like where they're doing construction, and like.
Are you getting paid, though?
It's work, right, nigga?
See,
working.
I don't know, nigga, cause like he still hasn't paid me for those other days.
Oh, you playing with that money, huh?
That's why you talk to him, and that's why you don't do these under the table things.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, things are looking up. I'm applying for other jobs, you know, and I have a little bit income that I have now. I found out that that I might not have to move out of this apartment, you know, depending on how things go. I could probably, you know, stay here and hold it down myself, you know. Well, obviously with a little help, but you know, just to get things going for me, you know, being on my own and shit, which is what I've been getting, you know, people been watching, you know. I've been trying to get ready for it and shit, you know, life has hit me. But you know, like I said, nigga, ain't nothing but chicken wing. I'm fucking eat these shits, nigga.
Saying
Hey,
definitely.
Mondo, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I had some Wendy's last night. Haven't had Wendy's in a long time.
That's it.
Yeah, that shit reinvigorated my spirits. You know what I'm saying? Been playing a lot of Bleeding Edge still. And you know, another day, nigga, trying to get some money. Hopefully, I get some money soon.
Man. Yo. Okay, I got my EI check yesterday. They just direct deposited.
Yeah.
And then I got even more today. Double what I got yesterday today. And I'm afraid to spend it. I don't know if the motherfucker's fucked up or what.
Hey, don't report shit. Keep that money if it's in your account.
That's what happened to my dad.
Mondo, it's not a matter of me reporting. It's a matter of them seeing we gave this motherfucker too much. Now he's gonna give us his house.
Oh, nigga, Tom Nook gonna pop up.
I don't know how it works over there, but I remember when I was going through it years ago with my pops, and he was unemployed because the whole situation when he went to jail and shit, and like he was being dumbasses with our money, like you talking about me spending money on you, like he was being straight dumbasses with the money, and we had to put up to some spot that like was basically, it was a charity that was paying our bills at the time because he couldn't, like, for some reason he couldn't find a job like at all, and it's because of the situation at the time.
Yeah.
And these people wouldn't understand it. So one day he was applying for unemployment, but the job that he got fired from was giving him a hard time, so it didn't come through on time. So one morning we're pulling up to our appointment at that charity of the people that were paying our bills and stuff, so we could stay there until we could. And
I'm back now.
he checks his bank account, bitch, and like we look at the same thing at the same time. Boy, this nigga got like $2,000 deposited in that shit right there and then, bro. Like unemployment, and it's like, what the fuck? And he looked at me like, we not reporting this.
I remember he told me like he pulled his glasses down or some shit like that. He took
I remember, yeah, because McDonald's has his sunglasses. So he looked, so he has the phone like on this, like, you know, old people be, they be putting their shit on things in the car, so you don't have to hold it. Like, yeah. He did that, and I looked at the phone, and I saw that, like, as soon as we looked, he took off his glasses and squinted so hard, like,
so that money.
Don't report that shit. You're living large right now.
No, but they can come for you. They're
Yeah,
like,
they can.
we didn't give you that on purpose. Give
Oh,
it
we can't
back.
put
And
the
if you
podcast
spent
on,
it,
I'm just
they still gonna
incriminating
want it.
myself.
But I hope they don't find out.
Mano, I just incriminated
can
myself.
find
You can't
how
put
to
this up.
You right. Hey, you better hope none of these boys see it. None of these officials.
Man.
They don't know my name.
You said at the beginning of the podcast, when the IRS come a knocking.
Oh yeah, they gonna call you by your
Hey,
government too.
they don't know my government name.
Wait, what's your government name?
What nobody gonna say now? You think I'm goofy?
The big goof.
Like a mega goof.
The mega goof.
I want to know how y'all feel about this PS5 controller.
Oh. You mean that Chuck E. Cheese ass controller?
Do you not like the way it looks?
Nah, I'm just talking shit.
It looks like
It looks bulky.
it'll
but
slide
it
out of my
looks-
hands.
It looks like a concept controller.
It does. It does.
You know the controller for the Steam
I'm like, why
thingy?
is it so white though?
Oh yeah,
Like,
that shit was awful.
The Steam
bro.
port. That's what it looks like. Alright.
why is it so white though? Like that, the white on it is throwing me off. It's like, why not just make it a normal black controller like they've always been doing? I don't want
Try it.
white.
They said they wanted an exciting new design. They wanted to have this two-tone design.
Oh, it is exciting.
That white one or the black one that's been going around, is that a confirmed thing or just
I don't
someone
know,
remade
but
it?
that
What,
shit
the
looks
white
like-
one?
The,
Or the
black one.
Oh no, the black one is Photoshop.
Alright. The white one, this is gonna be this is probably gonna be the first PlayStation to launch as a white box.
Yeah, it
That was
is.
cool.
Well, no, the first one was gray or whatever. But
It was
And then
it was
you
gray.
realize-
It's not
in a
white.
while.
And then you realize 5 months after gate like looking at all of this controller that the PS5 ain't got no games for this bitch.
They had that Destiny one. That was white.
Oh yeah, they did, but that wasn't launch.
Yeah.
The
They need PlayStation. I really hope this generation Sony steps it up with their different editions, because like every generation Xbox has had like the fucking Master Chief edition or Gears edition or whatever edition, and they got different designs for the system. PlayStation, you get a black box, or you can fuck off.
Speaking
And
about
Well, when you
the
got
rare
that neck
edition.
edition.
And the rare editions they do, it's just some guy with a fucking stencil drawing on that shit.
yeah, speaking about new additions, the PS5 controller contains a whole bunch of new features that the PS4 controller didn't have. I'm reading this here, and they said they completely got rid of the share button, now replaced with a create button, and they said they're gonna give us more details on what that is soon. On top of that, the light bar is no longer in the back, but it is behind the touchpad. So they said that makes it easier to see, and the controller now actually has a built-in mic, and there is
What's up?
there's a mute button on the controller under the PlayStation button.
Yo, that mic quality is gonna be fucking ass. I
Yes,
can
it
tell.
is. Walkie
Yo,
talkies, bro.
You're like talking to someone on DC
All
Online.
these- All these dirty ass niggas are gonna be fucking touching these controllers, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, bruh, your mic quality is shit. Clean your controller."
Howie, I ain't
Wait.
trying to say anything, but
Where's the
You know
mic?
what I'm
Where's the mic?
I don't know where the mic is, but I'm assuming it's like if you look at the PS4 controller and you see the holes on it, that's probably where the mic is.
Is the mic built into the controller?
Yeah, the mic is built into the controller.
Fuck, that's weird.
Yeah, and there's a mute button on it.
you know, they also said it has a headphone jack this time too.
Yeah, at
which
the
is
bottom.
Nice.
They're trying to be different, having it create instead of share.
Yeah.
I think
Gonna be
I think
different.
the whole Share Factory thing, the little video editing software they had on PS4, I think they're gonna really blow that out into something good, which I like. I like that idea.
Yeah. One
I like the
thing,
one.
addition that I'm probably the most excited for in this new PS5 controller is the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers. So if you guys,
we can tweak them.
I don't know if you can tweak them, but the Xbox One controller has adaptive triggers. Not many games use it, but the Forza games are one of the best examples I can give. So Kasan, you drive, right? And you know, like if you press like the brake too hard or something like that, the car would just kind of like stop or Like, you know how you're supposed to like hold it to keep going. With Forza, if you I think if you try to brake too much, or if you like use it the wrong way, the like L2 trigger will actually lock like a real car would, like and it will feel like you're actually braking with a car. And I wonder if they're gonna do stuff like that with the PS5.
How? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know. I think that stuff like that is kind of like really cool. It makes it feel. They said that with the haptic feedback, which basically is like more motors in the controller with the vibrations and stuff. They said it's gonna feel like if you're driving through mud, the I don't know how to describe it, the texture of the controller is gonna feel like you're actually rolling through mud, or it's gonna feel like it's a heavier button press or some shit like that.
It's gonna be a heavy controller.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, yeah, it's the Xbox One controller is pretty heavy. Like I'm comparing it to the PS4 controller, and it's I can see why they had to make it a smaller design, probably more compact than the Xbox 360 controller.
Because they got them batteries in the back.
Yeah, fucking. Thank God that the PS5
battery pack. I hope that shit had a lot of weight, man.
They the PS5 on the site, they actually fucking take shots at Xbox. Like, or our controller features a rechargeable battery on the inside.
Unlike that bitch ass Xbox.
Yeah. Bitch ass niggas at Xbox. So, do you guys
the thing I'm most curious about is the battery life.
Yeah, but I think the battery life is always when you first get a new PS anything controller, the battery life is, I feel like it's pretty good when you get it, but the longer you have it, the battery life deteriorates, it goes down.
No, I had that PS3. I had the fat PS3 since launch, and that controller, you charge it for 30 minutes and it lasts you a week.
PS4?
That thing was amazing. No, PS3. PS4 controller has zero battery life. You plug it in,
Yeah.
You charge it for a day, you take it out for like 30 minutes, and oh shit, it's almost gonna die.
Yep, I got it. Time to do it again.
I did that PS3 too. 400 gig one or 500 gig.
That shit chunky.
Do you guys think that the controller is gonna reflect the actual design of the PS5 at all?
Yeah.
So the PS5, it looks like a tower, like a computer tower.
Oh, that picture DTV put is not real.
Oh, that's a concept.
I don't know.
Some
Or
fan
is it
made
like
shit.
a place. Oh, that fan made shit looks like a fucking computer tower.
Yeah.
The PS5 is probably if the controller represents the PS5 in any way, that's just gonna look like a Bugatti.
I hope so. That shit gonna look sexy, right?
Bugatti.
This shit got the curves at just right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not opposed. Everyone is taking shots at the Xbox Series X tower design. I kind of like it.
That shit like a table.
I do too. At first, it looked kind of weird, but it grows on you. You know?
Yeah.
For the Xbox?
Yeah, the Xbox.
Yeah.
That shit like a table stand.
I know. You can stand your PS4 or your PS5.
Yeah. You use that for the PS5.
I wonder how big the PS5 controller is actually gonna be, because you can't really tell from these pictures.
No.
It looks bigger than the PS4 controller, but
It kind of reminds me of the what's it called? The Switch Pro controller. Like the shape of it.
yeah.
The shape of it looks exactly like a Switch Pro controller. It's just they don't have the fucked up analog stick placements.
Hate that. Nintendo has the analog sticks. Like, is it like up top?
Yeah. It's the same as
for,
Xbox.
For the Pro controller,
I remember
they got one on the left and then one on the bottom right where the grip is.
Yeah, it's just like Xbox. For
That's so weird.
For the Wii U controller, I remember the analog sticks were up top, like where you see the share and the options button. I'm like, why are they all the way the fuck up here?
Motherfuckers don't know about balance.
The Wii U pad or the Wii U actually like the Pro controller?
The Pro controller for the Wii U.
Oh.
That shit was horrible.
Nintendo fucking exotic design. These movies love being different.
Nintendo always trying to be different.
For the Wii, I had the classic controller, that round shit. That shit was lit. But like even then, most of the controllers you have to connect to any extension to the controllers, you have to connect to the nunchuck. That shit. Yo, the nunchucks? Can we rate that controller like?
The nunchucks was what? This is probably the worst controller I ever used in my life. I hate it.
You never. No, you never used the X-wing fighter N64.
You never used the N64. That's
that. Yeah, no, I had that N64. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot more.
How do you like that shit built like a fucking X-wing?
Bro, where you used to hold it? You used to hold it from the middle or from the sides?
Depending on the game.
All the games use analog, so when you gonna hold them?
No, not all of them, Kassan.
Not all of them. Well, most of the games I played using analog.
But still, that's an ugly.
It is a very. That's a unique ugly, not a bad.
Right there.
What happened? How?
So the two different people, Kassan.
You're right.
All right
there.
All right. Well,
the game's better than you.
Kassan presented me with a question last night.
A lot better than
it intrigued me a lot, so I want to ask you guys the same question. What made y'all fall in love with gaming?
The cocaine addiction.
I'm gonna answer this really quickly, and then Monica can take because I got it really quick because I have to make a call really quickly. What made me fall in love with gaming? Well, that's hard to say because this has been a part of me. Like I love games since I was a kid. Like my first games, earliest memories. I remember playing Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snapshot.
Yeah. Why?
K1. Because the games are a way to just like you're experiencing, like it's like a narrative. It's like watching a movie, kinda, but it's not. You know, you're in it. You're playing the game. You're having fun. Like you know, like you're doing things that like that watching and shit like that you don't get from, you know, like the stories that you get from.
So you like the interaction?
I like the interaction. I like the stories you get from these games. Like Resident Evil 3, the story was fucking great. Like fucking. What other games growing up? Metal Gear Solid 3, 2. Resident Evil 4 growing up. Like, you know, like those games are so fucking lit. Like you're playing shit like Spider-Man, like as a kid, like bro, like that shit. Y'all gonna tell me that shit? Y'all not gonna fall in love with that?
I'm not gonna say. Who's next?
Go ahead, Kassan.
Alright. I fell in love with gaming. Okay. I fell in love with gaming when I was a kid. This guy, he does it again. When I just like you know the depth, the experience of it. Like gaming, it's a form of an escape from your regular life. It's very therapeutic in ways, you know.
Yeah.
Rage-inducing, everything you get from regular life, and when one package deal.
At home, in the safety of your own home. Is there any like definitive experience that you had when you were younger that really made you feel like this is a hobby that you want to, you know, keep doing?
When I was playing Mario Tennis 64 in my grandmother's house, and I would get so fucking upset at fucking Bowser.
Mario Tennis?
Hard as shit. Yeah. Yes.
So you were raised as a little kid?
Yes. You don't understand. You don't understand. If you never played that game and played against Bowser, I think it was cheap. And they designed him so he can't, like, little kids can't beat him. It's bullshit.
So little kids can't beat him? They parents, bullshit. Older siblings.
No matter how many times I played that game, bro, I would never be able to beat that nigga. I beat him once as one character, and that's it. That's the character I only played Toad.
The cards were stacked against you, Kassan.
Fucking Nintendo.
Ridiculous.
What about you, DTV? What made you fall in love with backing out of games in 3 seconds?
Was an acquired taste. Not everyone can do it, but
acquired taste. Yeah.
No, I remember playing you younglings won't know about these, but the Game Boys.
Oh,
I had a Game Boy in the game.
The Game Boy.
But no, I'm not talking about Game Boy Color. That shit ain't got no color.
The fat one, the Advance, the shit with the batteries in it. I had that shit.
No, not the Game Boy Advance, just the Game Boy.
Oh damn, you had that fucking.
You got me.
Yeah, that shit had fucking. All I had on that shit was Tetris, And
Yeah,
and we had one TV in the house, so every once in a while we could hook up the PS1 and play Crash Bandicoot or a demo disc.
Hey, the demo disc was hitting, yeah.
Yo, them demo discs, yeah, they hit different.
I know, shit.
But
I remember one time my parents went on vacation somewhere, and my brother and sister, they went off to like their dads, like they have a different dad than me.
Yeah.
They went out to their dads, and I just went to my grandparents. So my parents gave me the PS1 to bring there because it was just gonna be me with some old folks.
And, a special little fuck you, right?
Some old folks.
We got a couple games from some bootleg ass used store, and I got Rascal. Shout out to Rascal. And
The PS1.
yeah, Rascal, and I forget some other piece of shit game that I don't remember. I'll send you footage. That's just the shit. I also played as an age low at all.
Oh, Rascal.
But yeah, you out here shooting bubble guns. But I remember playing that, and I was just like, I don't know, it was fun.
This is something I could do.
And that made you continue.
Easy distraction from the hard times of war going on and everything. And
in Canada.
Oh yeah, rough times. Them Beaver motherfuckers trying to take shit back.
Fight back.
But yeah, I just the interaction you can have with shit, and you can just, and how he was saying, you can just do stories in games that you just can't do in other mediums. And they may be ridiculous, but they're a special kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like with the Last of Us, like
yeah,
that's a what 20-hour game or whatever. So that's a 20-hour movie basically. You can't do that in a show and make it in a show or whatever and make that feel the same.
It's an interactive experience. There's nothing like it. There's no better way you can get someone immersed in a story than a video game.
Yeah,
you're literally controlling the characters in the story.
You give them a book, but niggas don't read, so.
No, but it's like, okay, a book, Kassan, you can't change the words on the page. In a video game, like, you control what's happening.
True.
Like,
that's why you gotta carry a marker on you.
Let me cross this out real quick.
I don't like this.
I don't like this word. I'm gonna spell it better.
Mondo, what got you into gaming though?
For me, I have an older brother that I grew up with. So what made me love gaming is always that experience that you can share with another person. I remember being younger, like everything I played, it was a 2-player game, or if it was a 1-player game, we'd take turns playing it. And it's just that experience I had with him, like, oh, we got it. Whenever it was a new game, it was, we got a new game. We got to figure out how to beat it together. Or if it was a competitive game like Mortal Kombat or something like that, I was like, okay, I got to be better than him. Okay, now you got to be better than me. We got to find out which moves is better. So I always had like that competition like inside of me. And on top of that, I always had the cooperative side inside of me too. Like I loved both of those experiences, and as I got older, it only got better with like online games and stuff like that. So what made me fall in love with gaming is just the experiences that you can have with other people, and just that, like how it brought me and my brother like closer together, and just people online. It brings me closer to people online every day.
Makes you want to really punch someone sometimes too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It definitely does. I mean,
Stop camping, you pussy.
You fucking bitch.
Call of Duty, bro. That shit ruined.
All been around that corner. But I like single player. I played single player games by myself, but I didn't start playing single player games by myself until I was like 13 or something like that, or 14. Until I was a teenager is when I really started to experience single player games. And I had a newfound respect for them after I started playing them, because of like the Arkham games, stuff like that. But for the most part, when I was younger, it was all either a cooperative or competitive experience.
That's the same for me too. I grew up playing like multiplayer games and shit.
Yeah.
Like Smash, fucking Mario Tennis. Rampage, I don't know if you guys remember Rampage.
Oh yeah, shout out to that bad movie.
I was gonna say that. I seen that bald nigga Dwayne Johnson again.
I got a bald head.
Rampage, that's just fun as hell, bro.
I never played it.
You play as monsters, you destroy a city, and you got to battle each other and shit. That's just fun, bro.
That sounds like you ever played a game called War of the Monsters?
Yeah. I remember you fucking screen shared it with us.
Yeah.
And the controls felt like booty.
They was not good. It was not good.
Like
It was.
Yeah, but what PS2 game did have good controls besides like fighting games?
You got Ratchet and Clank.
Yo, shout out to Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank is the shit, man.
That was Ratchet and Clank Going Commando is the first game I ever broke.
No, that's that good.
That's the only. I love the game, and that's the only game I ever broke. But it was back in the day when PS2 games, that's just scratchy. You look at it the wrong way and it'll scratch.
Yeah.
And there was one part I don't know, I don't remember the exact part, but you out here flying ships and like everything. You're just in some weird survival shit, and it kept freezing. No matter what, it would freeze. It would stutter. And after like the fucking 20th time, I just snatched that disc and.
I remember like good old days. You couldn't find some shit. You go on Game Facts and explain the shit.
Game Facts. We ain't got internet back then.
Yeah.
The
cheat codes. I remember the first time I was exposed to that. My uncle showed me cheatcodes.com and he was like, "Yeah, look, you can like unlock everything right now." I'm like, "What you talking about?" He showed me that site. I'm like, yo,
no way.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I'm like, yo, I can change the game. I remember the first game. I had cheat codes of GTA, and I started flying the cars and shit. I was like invincible. I was like, yo, I'm a fucking superhero now.
I remember having those cheat codes on like just piece of paper. I don't remember how I got them though. It was just always shared between friends. Yeah, that one rich motherfucker with internet got that shit somehow.
With a computer at home.
That shit was a hot commodity back then.
Yeah.
Fucking cheat codes, man.
What made you guys fall in love with the genre that you guys play the most now?
Damn.
I don't know. I don't even know what I play the most now.
Well, you go first, Mondo.
I was gonna say DTV. I see you play a lot of shooters. Play a lot of shooting games.
You play shooters in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I only play one Final Fantasy. I don't fuck with the others.
You still play it a lot.
Like I was telling Mondo before, I've only ever beaten one Final Fantasy, and that's a bad game.
Well, what made you
that shit?
Fall in love with shooting games?
Yeah.
The thrill of the kill.
The thrill
very,
of one kill.
I don't want to say what it is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know. Well, he's Canadian. They got them. Was it those Mounties?
Mounties with the muskets.
Yeah, the muskets.
Fucking idiots.
Horseback niggas.
Yeah.
Raccoon hats.
They keeping the country safe.
Man.
Goddamn right.
Drive around the border, patrolling the border, eh? Hey.
You're an idiot.
So what made you fall in love with shooting games, EC?
I don't know. I really don't know. I remember playing I think the first one I ever played was Call of Duty Finest Hour. That shit back before health regen was a thing. You gotta find health packs and everything. That was the shit. That was good times. But I don't know. I really don't know. You just get in, you kill motherfuckers, and there you go.
Yeah, it's light. I just feel like shooting games are very stimulating. It's like very fast satisfaction.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say that that's my favorite genre though. I play a lot of like RPGs and shit like that.
So do you think that RPGs are your favorite genre?
Possibly.
So what made you fall in love with RPGs?
The thrill of the kill. No.
Again. It's one violent Canadian.
He's an animal.
Those I like how you could just fucking do your own shit.
Yeah.
Make your own character, play as you want, do your own shit. It's like my 3 favorite games are all RPGs, and yeah, I like that. I just like that.
Deep down.
Yeah, fucking deep down.
We fucking what was the other game? The Xbox exclusive shit. Which one was that?
Oh, that got canceled. You talking about?
Yeah, it was.
Man,
that dragon something.
I forgot the name of that.
What?
Yeah.
You talking about your favorite genre?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Why you fell in love with a genre and why you play with genre you play today?
Hold on, Howie, before you go, because I know your answer's gonna be long. Kasson, what made you fall in love with your favorite genre?
Well, I started off playing like a lot of shooters and shit because I used to, you come from competitiveness from like a little tyke. So I used to play a lot of shooters and shit, but I stopped liking shooters like when I was in like high school and shit because a lot of bullshit. You turn that corner, you see that guy. See you first.
The server says you didn't, so
Yeah. So like, there's that. I mean, like one day I was like looking on the internet, and I seen some game like YouTube. I used to be big on YouTube when I was younger. I seen some game niggas playing YouTube, Smite.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what the fuck is that? It looks cool. So I did some research and shit, and I found out it's a closed beta right now, but you can watch it on Twitch and people streaming it and people playing YouTube videos and shit. So that's really got me into MOBAs. It just looks cool, and I like it. It's still as competitive as a shooter or a fighting game.
You get to play as all these different characters, all have different abilities. It's a very interesting game.
I hate it, but I hate it now.
Yeah, now.
I think he loved Paragon, and
I fucking love Paragon.
Shout out, rest in peace to Paragon.
Never not loved Paragon.
Hashtag fuck the mobile community.
He's never been the same.
Fuck mobiles.
But for me, I would say the thing that made me fall in love with fighting games is the first time I tried to take one competitive, and I saw that they were so deep. There's a lot deeper than just pressing buttons, or even then past that, a lot deeper than just doing combos.
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting.
The satisfaction that you get from outplaying another person. Because I remember when I was younger, I was scared to go online because I'm like, oh shit, actual people that I gotta play against that are probably a lot better than the game that I am. But
a lot better than you.
Yeah, and I was always the best in my group of friends or in my neighborhood at fighting games because none of them ever took it
Oh yeah, you realize that ain't shit when you go online.
Yeah, and then when you go online, it's yeah, you ain't shit compared to any of these other people. And my father always played chess, and a lot of people in my family played chess. I learned to play it, but it was I feel like this is an old man's game. But fighting games are kind of, I feel like.
He was with them old niggas in the park then.
Yeah, fighting games are a modern version of that. It is a chess game. You have to consistently outthink your opponent and perform well. And I feel like it's the most competitive one-on-one experience that you can have outside of, fighting somebody in real life or something like that. And
hey, square up.
Yeah, and it's stimulating, and I fell in love with that gratification because the fun you have in fighting games, for me at least, is the satisfaction of either winning or gaining knowledge, and I love doing both those things. And
how you ain't getting knowledge? Got before nigga.
Be your own people.
So those two things, and that's why I fell in love with them. I can't get enough of them ever since. So Howie, what made you fall in love with the genre that you play?
What made me fall in love with fighting games, nigga? Let's see. Back in 2015, let's take it back to the strange year of 2015.
Nigga painting a picture
5 years ago. That's not that long ago.
Yeah, painting a picture. Okay, Dylan.
I'm 20. How old am I? I'm 23 now. And how was
you know your age, nigga? You good?
How old am I?
I think 16.
16, 17, something like that.
Yeah. And right around this time is when I'm playing DC Universe Online,
Oh my god.
I created my character, my lantern power, battery power.
Okay.
That was my hero name, So I saw niggas and legends. And I'm playing this game right now. One day something comes to me. Why the fuck am I always trying to spend this much money on a game like this?
Oh, that was back when the subscriptions were still up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought you meant a couple weeks ago when he spent money on it.
Oh man.
Damn.
So, I'm telling, I'm. This is where like I'm at my peak dweebism, like without knowing shit, like
The peak dork.
like my DC love is like at a high, like so then Injustice comes out, and I'm like, this looks cool as fuck. It's just like you got Batman beating the shit out of Hardy like.
Oh.
Okay, we know how you really feel.
Damn, man, that's showing a dark side.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The American people are tired of women.
Oh shit.
It's like it just looks cool to me. So then I pick it up, and the first thing I learn in a fighting game, without even knowing it, is a mix-up. Because I understood, I was like, wait a minute, like I get it. That's why he's doing this. Like so for me, fighting games, I felt like fighting games were a part of me because from the get-go, like I was learning shit about it, but not really have put in a word. Like I couldn't put the name to what I was learning, like like understanding. But that goes back to what Mondo was said, the knowledge. Once I became, after a while of playing the game, years of playing the games, like there comes a point where you realize, like, damn, like I leveled up a lot, and that's not just like in fighting, not in the game itself. It's also like fighting games help me with help me with like life, like like it helped my mental grow a lot, like like these stories, like I said, ain't nothing but chicken wing, nigga, like because I eat all this shit, but like
The guy talks a lot, man.
Yeah, but
you don't. Oh, yeah, you don't.
It's like a run-on sentence.
Like,
he's passionate.
Very. I can tell.
I remember what
Very.
really got what really, I wouldn't say solidified like my love of fighting games, because like this is like when I'm still just getting into it. But what really like solidified my interest and my captivation of fighting games is that I'm pretty sure Kasam might have seen it, maybe DTV might have seen it. You remember that Rico Suave versus Sanford Kelly match where the dude like he breaks his stick and then he sticks his thumb out?
Yeah.
That whole match video was like, I want to do this to somebody at first, and that's
evil.
Yeah, bro. When I was a teenager, I was on some other shit. Like,
Did they nerf that? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to know.
I was on some other shit as a teenager, but like I wanted to get someone salty, but like I had to start somewhere,
This guy's an evil little tyke.
Like fighting games, just the growth that you experience in fighting games, not just in the game, but like that you can apply to like everything else, like is just, and the satisfaction you get, not including like the fun of beating the shit out of another character, like
Yeah.
like nothing compares to like fighting another player, bro. Like I don't experience the same feeling playing fighting games as I do doing anything else. Like even smoking weed, like if it was fighting games, like
Okay, you go into that.
That's weird comparison, but I...
No, but he's saying it's true
Fighting
though.
yourself
It's
in
like,
that?
there's nothing like it.
Your fucking life.
Even then, like niggas smoke, like it's like if you're smoking, like like you high as hell enjoying shit, but like that doesn't even compare to what the feeling I get from fighting games, especially when I'm botting niggas like Mondo,
I don't think you're gonna go there.
It's an example, but I was joking around stuff, but like it's an example, players, like like there's nothing compared to that for me. That's why I love fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. There's nothing like it. There's no. I have never played.
It is.
I've never played anything else, any other genre, any other game, or even done anything in life that has given me like the same feeling.
Where's Mondo?
Oh shit!
Bro, Mondo gonna mute his mic in the middle of a stream?
No, I didn't do that on purpose. That was a misclick. But no, Howie, I was saying that I agree with you, and that I have never done anything else in my life that has given me the same feeling of playing a fighting game. No other genre.
Y'all never paid off Tom Nook before then, huh?
I paid off student debt. That's a little different.
That's not as much as Tom Nook.
That's nothing on Tom Nook.
Tom Nook taking his money.
When you're in complete control of your actions in the game, and like you understand what's going on, and then from there on, it's that conversation. Like it's a fight. Like like It's a mental battle between you and the other player on the screen. You know, like nothing compares to that for me, bro. Like I love it. Like I'm talking about it now. I just wanna body niggas, you know. Ooh, I wanna body niggas.
I agree. Well,
Jesus.
This guy shit's very passionate about it.
Let us know in the comments. What made you guys fall in love with gaming? What made you guys fall in love with the genre you play? That has been episode 5, the player matchup. I think it was a pretty fun episode.
Yeah. Backstreet's back, you know what I'm saying? All right.
You said we on it every week, haven't missed a single week. It's Friday.
I had to call my boss right now, but he ain't sound too happy when I made up some bullshit ass excuse.
Dumbass motherfucker.
Why would you make up an excuse?
I got on my appointment, but I ain't got no bus fare to get back to you. And he's like, all right. And he's calling me at 6 or 7.
Well, that's been from us. I'm JJmondo. I was joined today by Howie.
You know, I'm Howie. You know, Backstreet's back, all right.
DTV.
What's up? Yeah, see you later. No, Howie, what are you trying to sing?
I
trying to sing some
know.
Backstreet Boys song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And hey, song.
Rest in peace, Paragon.
Fuck the community.
I'm telling you, Kasana's never been the same since they took that game down.
He's never been a whole man.
He's now free from that garbage game.
Wow.
I used to love that game, bro.
Evil.
DTV, I wish for nothing but the worst upon you.
As I smite thee down.
That being said, we'll catch y'all later.
Yeah.
You said
Later.
Peace.